Open any portal that's a few years old and filter contacts by owner equals unknown. I've seen portals where a third of the database comes back. Unknown contacts don't get routed, don't show up in rep dashboards, and quietly fall out of every re-engagement play you build. Today I'll show you how I backfill contact owners in bulk, not by guessing, but by borrowing the ownership signal that already exists on the deals those contacts are attached to. And we'll do it in a way that can never override an owner a human already set. Here's the situation. For 1,000 unowned contacts, but look at the last column. Leslie is on 2 open deals. Kristen is on 3. Somebody at your company is actively working these people. The deals know who, even though the contact record doesn't. That's the insight this whole workflow runs on. For any contact attached to deals, the deal owner is a strong proxy for who should own the contact. Cody, with 0 deals, gives us nothing to vote on. He stays in the manual queue. That's fine. We're here for the easy 80%. First, why this is a script and not a workflow. A native workflow can copy the deal owner to the contact, but it fires going forward on enrollment. It doesn't repair 4,000 historical records. And the moment a contact sits on multiple deals with different owners, a workflow has no opinion. You need a tiebreak rule. You also need to handle deals that themselves have no owner. They shouldn't vote. And when sales leadership asks what you changed, you want a file, not a shrug. So script. Step 1. For every unowned contact, walk its deal associations with the V4 associations endpoint. Then batch read those deals pulling just 2 properties, the owner and the deal stage. Notice the filter on the last line. Deals whose owner field is empty simply don't get a vote. This matters more than it looks. In real portals, plenty of old deals are themselves unowned. And if you let nulls vote, nobody wins ties it should never even enter. Step 2 is the vote. Count each owner's deals, take the top one, and only assign if that owner holds at least half the owned deals. A contact with 3 deals, 2 on rep A, 1 on rep B, goes to rep A, and the reason string records the vote. But a contact split 1 and 1? No majority, no assignment. It goes to a manual review file instead. Resist the urge to lower that threshold to get your numbers up. An unowned contact is a known gap. A wrongly owned contact is a silent lie your routing will repeat forever. Step 3. Write back with 2 safety rails. First, blank only. Recheck the owner field at write time and only fill it if it's still empty. Between your pull and your write, a rep may have claimed that contact. A backfill must never win that race. Second, stamp a note property with the reason, which deals voted, what the count was, so 6 months from now anyone can see why the CRM says what it says. Run batches of 100, and keep the whole thing behind a dry run flag that prints the plan without writing. Run the dry run first. Every time. For gotchas before you run this on a live portal. Owner IDs are their own ID space, not user IDs, so resolve names through the owner's endpoint or your audit file will be full of meaningless numbers. Deactivated reps still hold their old deals. If the vote elects someone who left the company last year, map them to whoever inherited that territory. Batch updates return 207 partial success, so check every row, not the status code, and decide consciously whether closed-lost deals get a vote. I weight open deals first and only fall back to closed ones. A rep who lost a deal 2 years ago is a weak claim on that human. The whole pipeline on one slide. Pull unowned contacts and the owners of their deals. Vote with a real majority threshold and nulls excluded. Dry run to a plan file, with the ambiguous cases split out for a human. Then write blank only, in batches, with a reason stamped on every record. The same skeleton backfills almost any property from associated records. Company industry from contacts, deal source from the first contact. You just swap what's being voted on. That's the backfill. A third of your database just became routable again, and nothing a human set got touched. If your portal is full of fixes like this waiting to happen, subscribe. I publish one working HubSpot admin build every week from real production portals. And if you'd rather have it done than watch it done, my booking link is in the description. See you in the next one.